Hey everybody, it is Elsa 932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here for unsolicited advice. This is where we come together and give our advice to what people are asking the internet about. So I find it out there in the whole cyber world and I bring it to you and we give our advice to the folks. Now they're not asking us directly. So that's why it's called unsolicited advice. We do it here. We do it in the membership is for grown folks conversation. But we start off here mild and then we get to spicy in unsolicited advice. I can't believe we're up to episode 39, y'all. And I had to bring it out of the weekend schedule because y'all know Love is Blind, France, Brazil. The next one is coming up. Married at First Sight UK is being covered here as well. So it may stay here on a Tuesday or it may find a home on the weekend. Okay. But let's see who's here. Let's see. Ari says, hey, I'll be listening. She's still at work. You better work, Ari. You better work. And Sam tells us she is the same, working. Yes, hope everyone is well and that work is treating you kindly. Yes, work is work. Work is going to be working or working your nerves. So let's get to the first one because we have 4 today and various topics. Okay, various topics for y'all. Okay, we have 4 of them today. So let's get to the first one. Oh, StreamYard actually listened to me today. Okay, so this one says blocked out of nowhere. 35-year-old female, 35-year-old male said, I have been seeing a guy for 4 months. He did have, some habits and things that showed me that it wasn't going to be long term, but something kept me there. He lied about things, made some comments about my appearance under the guise of being helpful. Don't worry, it did not affect my confidence, and I made him aware of that. He also told me that he in the past has blocked people he is seeing and said, and I said I thought it was immature giving your age of mid-30s. And it says a lot about someone who would do that. There's a number of other issues, but I don't think they are necessarily important for the advice I'm looking for today. However, a few weeks ago, we saw each other as normal. He stated that I was so smexy and was messaging me how he really, really fancies me. I wake up the next morning blocked. Despite knowing this, it was, not long term. Okay. It really knocked me for a 6. I guess my ego made me think his normal pattern wouldn't apply to me, that I was at least worth a message. I was fine and got over it for a few weeks, but this week I find myself fixating on wanting to know the reason why, and the only way to do so is to call from a private number, which I stated I would never do. The answer isn't likely to give me any solace anyway, but human nature means I want a reason. Please help. Would you call him? Hey, Moon Dust Angel. Hope you also are having a wonderful evening. So y'all know, if y'all been covering Love is Blind Brazil with me, there's a runaway bride. There's a runaway bride from Brazil season 5. These are the over and 50, y'all. They were not behaving well. They were also acting a fool. Okay. So this runaway bride also kind of like called her groom off of every number she could find. Her daughters, her grandchildren, the neighbor's phone, her coworker's phone, every phone she tried to contact this man. So here in this is why I got this one. I said, oh, this will be good. This will be a good conversation. So she is blocked. She was, a situationship. She figured he wouldn't block her, even though he said he blocks everybody that he used to be involved with. He said he wanted to see her. He didn't see her, and he still blocked her. Ma'am, why do we need closure? Hey, Kimi Who, glad to see you here. Why do we need closure? I don't understand the need for closure. I don't understand closure. He closed the door. It's called you're blocked. So now she's like, would you call him? Would you find a private number or something to call? No. Well, that runaway bride did the running. She didn't deserve an answer or talk from him. I know she did do the running, but Does this lady deserve a talk? She knew it wasn't going to be nothing. She knew it wasn't going to be a long-term relationship. Does she really deserve it? And it's not a matter of deserve. Why? When that they just said a demented runaway bride run and threw the tomatoes. I mean, why do we need closure? Sam says agreed. The blocking is closure. The blocking is closure. Why do we need any more information from him? Rosho, glad to see you. I've told my daughter since a young age, pay attention to how your friends treat others. Everyone will eventually get a turn. You ain't lying. It's just her time at bat now. He pitching it her way. She's the one blocked. Whether it's by mistake or for real, whatever, you're blocked. You're blocked. Yes, he gave you all the closure that you need. All the closure. Why do we need closure? Look within yourself for closure. Say, what have I learned from this? What mistakes have I made? How can I do better next time? And let it go. I understand wanting closure, but I'm almost positive she won't get an answer. She just needs to cut her losses. If she gets closure in the future on his own violation, fine, but she shouldn't seek it. She shouldn't. She shouldn't seek it because guess what? He ain't giving it. Hey, Mimi, listening from the bushes, just chilling. Glad you are here, Mimi. Yes, look within. Look within. Sometimes being blocked is God's way of telling you that this was never for you in the first place. Count your blessings, be free, and move on. And I wish our other friend was here. I also thought of Rejection is Protection, who is usually in the chat. I thought of their name, and this is clearly telling you his rejection is for your protection. Because he said all the previous people that he was with before he blocked them, he was telling you it's coming. He was giving you the blueprint. Just listen. He was telling you it's coming. He was telling you, I have blocked everyone I have been with before. It's telling you your turn is coming. Your turn is next. Hey, let's talk about it all. Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. He told you he was going to block you. So you're not surprised. So why is this a few weeks later? Now you fiending over it. Were you rejected by somebody else? And now you going over everybody that you didn't have closure about? Why do you care about him? He's showing his behind. Look at it and move on. Y'all, thank you for giving your unsolicited advice here in the comment section. If you are catching the replay, please make sure after you like and after you make sure you subscribe to the channel, because there's at least 60% of y'all coming through and not subscribing. Okay, very polite to subscribe if you're coming through. Okay, so after you do that, put your unsolicited advice in the comments below and we could definitely get a conversation going. Also, she said she knew it wasn't long term. I guess she wanted it to be one, wanted to be the one to close the door. That's ego. Exactly, Rosho. She had some ego on her. She's like, oh, no. You're not going to have the last word. I'm going to have the last word. And maybe it could be, she's 35. Okay. She's 35. She knows, hey, he wanted to see me. He told me I look good and he wants to see me this weekend. And you woke up blocked. I mean, it'll kind of throw you off your game, but then it's like, oh, okay. Since he blocked me, that means there is no spot in my calendar for me to go out with him. Let me see who else is available. Hey, Miss Mad About Music, glad to have you here. Glad to see you. Yeah. So, lady, the closure is move it along. Move it along. Please move it along. So, y'all, again, put your unsolicited advice for her in the comments below. Now, let's go on to number 2. Now, of course, after I said that, oh, StreamYard was working and listening. That's the time it decided not to work now. Okay. This is a 30-year-old female, okay? And her boyfriend is also 30. She says, I don't know how to feel about this. Is it a not welcome? Hi, I'm a 30-year-old female and my boyfriend, a 30-year-old male, have been dating for 10 months. And I spend the weekends at his house because we live a little far apart, 2 hours away. Packing every weekend is tiring me out, and we agreed that I would start leaving things at his house, specifically clothes. He includes them in his laundry, which I appreciate. But when I go over, he leaves them in his room on the floor, folded and organized. He has a rug, but they are still on the floor. I let him know that I didn't like that, and then he put them in a on a piece of furniture that he has in the living room in a very small drawer. I have to kneel on the floor to access it, which makes me feel bad. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about this, is what she's saying. So he said it's cool. You can leave some clothes here. You have a 2-hour drive each way. I want to know if he's coming over to your place. Okay? Oh, I see Teddy Pendergrass. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. That's the only lyrics he knows. Come on over to my place. And okay, why are you the only one burning your gas 2 hours away to get to him? He ain't making the trip at least once in a while. Come on now. Okay, that's the first one. You've been together. He's doing the laundry. Okay, mama done raised him right. He is doing laundry. You said it is properly folded and separated. Again, mama done raised him right. Okay, but then he puts it on the rug. On the rug. We don't put clean laundry on the floor, sir. Can't you put it on the dresser? Now, young lady, if you are having your clothes at his place, it should also come with a discussion as to where we storing this. Where are we storing this? Because some people may be like, oh, well, at least he did laundry. At least he washed your things and had it, nicely, organized and folded for you. But where are we storing it? Is it going to be a bag? Is it constantly going back in the bag? Okay. Is it constantly in the bag? Or it sounded like he's putting it under the TV cart, because you said you got to kneel to get to it and it's in the living room. I think it's under the TV stand that's got a little drawer. Okay. That's where you're going to. Cheryl Davis said he doesn't want you to feel too much at home. Cheryl, Cheryl, he doesn't want her to feel like this is her place. Don't get too comfortable, because like the first story, you might get blocked. Don't get too comfortable. Why does he not have a wardrobe or common sense? This guy with a floor robe in 2025, shaking my head. As Cheryl Davis said, he don't want her too comfortable. Clearly, mama wasn't doing everything for him, because he sounds a bit clueless. No, she wasn't doing everything. At least he folded, organized. That's what she said. She appreciated. Y'all know, okay? Y'all know, if we came home and our clothes are properly laundered, folded, and organized, you know that does something to you. That gets your heart fluttering just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit. But then to find it on, I don't care if you just vacuum the rug. Clean clothes on the floor, ain't it? And y'all know, if you watched the previous Love is Blind season, Minnesota, when that dude was doing his laundry and folding it on the floor, I was like, oh no. No, no, no. No, no, no. The coffee table is right there. Why can't we fold it on the coffee table? Or Married at First Sight Chicago, when the couple was doing on the kitchen counter. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So he made a point. He listened. Okay, y'all. Savannah, this is a good man. This is a good man, Savannah. You told him not to put your clean clothes folded and organized on the floor, and he gave you a drawer. Is it the drawer you expected or wanted? No, not at all. No point in doing the laundry if it ends up on the floor. It's so slovenly. Remember when he did that? Yes, Sam. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, K Sharp, Cheryl is right. Is she trying to move in? Has she requested a space in his closet? I think she is over exaggerating. I don't know. I'll be pissed if my clean clothes is on the floor. Are we really that pissed since we ain't the one that did the laundry? I'm just trying. Y'all know I'm just poking the bear here. Are you that mad? You didn't do the laundry. He did. I know it's your clothes, but he did the laundry. Okay? He did the laundry, and he organized it and folded it just right. For me, folding is like, it looks like the department store. Okay? It looks like a department store. She got to drive 2 hours, Kimmy Who. I would wash my own. She got to drive 2 hours to get to him. She needed 2 hours to get to him. He did it carefully and well, and then chucked it on the floor like an idiot. I can't with this guy. He was a stage show. You're right. He did her laundry. He folded it. He like how the department store folded it. Don't even have a seam down the middle. And then he put the folded, organized laundry on the carpeted floor. Dude, she is a placeholder until he finds who he wants to be with long term. He likes her well enough to wash and fold, but not to store the clothes. He's sending a message. Oh, Rosho, you're saying that he's still saying, oh, yeah, I like you. I like you a lot. And your clothes could still go on the floor. I'm not cool with the clothes left on the floor. Leaving on the couch is okay, but I would ask, is there a better place we can put them? He did. He put them under the TV stand. You know, the short TV stands. I have one right next to me. The short TV stands that got like 2 drawers under it. That's where she got permission to have her clothes with. She said she got to kneel down and get it. You know, usually it'll be like the top drawer or at least the second drawer. No, he put her on the low drawers in the living room at the TV stand. Not even the bedroom where it's close to the bathroom where you could change. No, it's in the living room. I mean, what happens when the friends come by? And you got to do a change of clothes, and your clothes, your unmentionables and everything is in the living room TV stand. If he wants to, if he wants to be dirty, let him go on about your day. Rosho, you are just cracking up. We crack up around here, okay? So y'all, please list your unsolicited advice for this lady. Okay, girl, take your clothes and go home. I have questions. Why is she the one making the trip 2 hours every time? I mean, is she doing it for the laundry? I'm sorry. Is she doing it for the laundry? Because this man is going to do her laundry. She needs to take a hint and take her stuff home. Hey, Cheryl and Rosho are telling you, girl, go home. Save yourself on that 2 hours gas, because I didn't hear a single time that he has come her way. It's 10 months they've been doing this, and she spends the weekend at his house. And she says, packing every weekend is tiring me out. Why is it every weekend at his place? Why is it every weekend at his place? The lower drawers in the living room. Oh no, have the conversation and suggest a space to see what he says. Maybe the lower drawers in the bedroom got his unmentionables, that he don't want her going through those drawers. Okay, now, in members, we had someone saying they didn't want their partner going through their drawers. If you have not checked out the recent member live, I suggest you do. Okay? Okay? If you have not, I suggest you do. Maybe he can't come to her place. She may live with family. Okay. Okay. They're both 30. It could be. Could be. Maybe she has roommates. Okay. I could see that. Okay. But we can't go nowhere. It's been 10 months. Please tell me you've gone on a vacation somewhere, even if it's a staycation. Does he have a souvenir drawer like that guy from Love is Blind a couple of years ago? I believe his wife was Stacy. Izzy was his name. Izzy. He had a souvenir drawer. What Moondust Angel is talking about is he had a souvenir of every lady that has pitter-pattered across his threshold. He had something of hers in a drawer in the bathroom. A hair clip, a lip gloss, everything from those ladies. He has like not a lost and found, but a she came on by bin in the bathroom. So it's a souvenir from the ladies who passed through. So please give your unsolicited advice to her. Ma'am, 2 hours away every weekend, and you're the one putting the miles on your car, burning the gas to get to his place because he Teddy Pendergrass, okay? Okay, he Teddy Pendergrass? Yes, Miss Mad About Music, the bathroom. The lady who is his fiance, they always go and pick up their clothes or whatever and take it over to wherever their mutual housing is for the show. And she, he said, oh, go look around or whatever. And she went to the bathroom and she pulled out the drawer and she's like, what is all this girl stuff? And he's like, girls that have come by, they leave stuff. And I just put it in there for convenience. So if they ever come back, they can find it. That was just me saying if they ever come back. But is Izzy the one that had the paper plates? Yes, he did. He had paper plates and he had the solo cups in his kitchen. Yes, that is Izzy. So y'all, thank you. Please put your unsolicited advice. Baby girl, I'm just saying, yes, he does the laundry. It's wonderful that he's folding and neat and everything. Okay. Hey, Tanya, be here. It's great that he's doing your laundry when you leave your clothes over there for the 10 months. Every weekend you're over there. But he putting their laundry on the floor. Then you get in the lower drawers in the TV stand in the living room. The man don't want you there for a long time. He don't want you there. He don't want you getting comfortable. Okay. You're in your 30s. Either you talk to him about getting, as somebody said, another set of drawers. Okay. Another set of drawers. Or you talk to him about, are y'all going to cohabitate? Are you going to move in? How would this look? I would vote against it, but I would be trying to save myself with a 2 hours drive and the 2 hours worth of gas. So y'all, thank you for your unsolicited advice in the comments, and please hit the like. Now let's get to the third one. We're not getting too spicy, but we're getting, a little bit of we're getting a little bit up there. Not too spicy. Not today. Not today. I'm getting back into the rhythm of doing this on a Tuesday. I don't want to singe y'all sensibilities at work. Okay? So here's the third one. My 27 I'm a 27-year-old male. Girlfriend is a 24-year-old female. She wants marriage because the H-1B visa news. My girlfriend is from China. We just moved across the country together while she was going to college for grad school. This is our first time actually living together. Today, she had a meltdown over the new $100,000 fees for the H-1B visas and has lost all hope of finding a job in the US after graduation. She now believes that marriage to me is the only realistic option for her to stay. I love her, but I am unsure if she and I are right for marriage. I'm not sure if I will regret marrying her or if I will regret not marrying her. I could use some advice from people who have been married before. How do I know if someone is right to marry? Say this is okay, they have been dating for 14 months but have been living together for only a month. Okay? Y'all know we don't cover all the stuff going on in politics and entertainment out there. We don't cover that. This is my way of bringing that here to y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it without bringing all the politics of it into it. This is something that's on the news. We're going to talk about it in the framework of he want to know if he should marry her or not. Hey, Lady T-Bug. Hey, every city girl and boys out here. The L citizens. Thank you for being here. If y'all want true crime, all the news and the drama and a good kiki, please go visit Lady T-Bug's channel. It is an awesome time over there. And please listen when you do the replay, because sometimes you can miss some things, okay? If you're not there on the live for her warnings. Need to consult an immigration lawyer. They're the only ones with immigration experience. If you're questioning it, it's not for you. Thank you, Tanya B. here. Hey, Nola, darling. Glad to see you. As somebody who's married before, please live with the person for at least a year before you marry them. Because if you do that, you can truly get to know what they're like at home and if they are for you. Nola Darling says, I want my future hubby to think about take it seriously. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tanya B here. Thank you for gifting memberships. Yay. Okay, so we have a good thank you shake. Yes, thank you so much for gifting. I know Trey Mack is always, says something about, Chewbacca twerking ain't for him, but hey, we totally shake a little tail feather out here as a thank you. Rosho, I know you get tickled every time. Do we get the jiggle? Yes, we get the jiggling Chewbacca once we gift memberships, and at a certain level of super sticker, we'll get Chewbacca. We will get Chewbacca when that happens. Okay, everybody who got a membership, certainly thank you for thanking Tanya B here. Thank you so much. So y'all, should he marry her? Moon Dust Angel said no. I say, it's not just marrying her. If you're marrying her to get around a visa situation, if you're marrying her for that, I will say, okay, I will say that it's more than just that. Okay, it's more than just that. You got to go, as Ari said, go see an immigration attorney, because there's a lot of things you have to be able to show and do. And there's a lot of, trials, not tribulations, but trials you have to go through in order to prove this is a marriage. You have to show you can support her, your financial disclosures. There's a whole lot if you're marrying someone who does not have paperwork already to be here. She's here as a student. Now, when you're changing from student to something else, now it's marriage, it's going to be a little bit hard. Sam says, I'm jealous that I can't work and twerk. Well, hey, you can work and twerk. It's whether or not HR going to write you up. We love to jiggle here. The L citizens, yes. Has he had therapy? Do you have space in your wardrobe for him? I don't know. This is absolutely not the right reason to marry. Not the reason at all. That's why I suggested an immigration attorney, because marriage shouldn't be a Band-Aid for immigration issue. Oh, Tanya C was granted one of the memberships. Awesome. I can't see. That's one of the things I can't stand with StreamYard. I cannot see who was gifted unless I'm on my actual device. So I can't even see who was gifted. Okay, Tanya C was gifted. Alice, Blessed Child of God, was lifted. Lou to the Lou, Shayna McD, and Tam Tam were all gifted by Tanya B here. Awesome. Awesome. Glad you're here. Y'all, if you're watching the previous member lives, just be warned, previous member lives are spicy and hot. Okay. There's, visuals. That's all I will say. There are visuals in the member live. There are visuals. Okay. See, an immigration attorney is the best advice. Yes, because it's more than just marrying her. There's a lot of responsibility going through that. Should marry for love, no other reason. If you can't be honest with the person and love them fully for who they are, then marriage may not be for you. Only marry for the right reasons. Right. He is unsure. He says so. He says, I'm unsure if she's the right person or even if she's the wrong person. I'm not sure. And the thing is, they've been dating for 14 months. So they must have been going to college together and living on campus separately. And now they've only been a month together, living together, but they moved all the way, to across the country together. So there must be something serious. So he needs to know it's more than just that. Call April Holloway the real one. When I tell you the real April Holloway or the April Holloway. And if you don't know who April Holloway is, that means you're missing out on Lady T-Bug's channel. Because April Holloway is a real lawyer. Okay, that name is a real lawyer, got a real bar number. But someone used April Holloway's bar number. They showed up to court for an alleged criminal. Well, no, he got a criminal history. She showed up to court pretending to be April Holloway. She won some cases as April Holloway for this dude. I tell y'all, she is not formally trained. She did not pass the bar. April Holloway did, but the lady who pretended to be April Holloway didn't. And she walked in the courtroom and she won some cases. And when we went to Zoom calls is when she got caught in the lie, caught out there. She and her client. Okay? That started a whole, but I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. Y'all got to go to Lady T-Bug's channel and get the whole rundown on why April Holloway's name is significant. Okay? I can't do it justice, pun intended. I can't do it as much justice as Lady T-Bug does it on her front porch. I can't. Okay? Y'all, I'm stuck at work. Oh, Lady T-Bug. Ooh, we usually at Lady T-Bug's porch at like 7:30. You can't be stuck at work. I do this early so I can come on over there. Marriage is work and more than just love. Married to my boo for 16, going on to 17 years. You have to marry for the right reasons, and immigration is not it. Right, to saving her from all of that, it's not it. That doesn't mean she isn't going to find a job. There's more out there that she can possibly find a job. She can. Whether or not there's a company willing to do that, what if it's the other way? What if you decided you wish to go to China where she's from and you decided you wanted to live over there? You can immigrate over there and certainly work over there and see what that process would be. Again, she definitely has some decisions to make, and you do too. She's getting her education. She could stay and maintain and be in school. And you can decide whether or not you want to go through this, because I'm sorry. Right now, going through that immigration process with a spouse, just don't end up on 90-day fiance for me. Just don't be on 90-day fiance on this 90-day fiance visa. Just don't do that. Don't do that, please. I will be so upset if you end up on 90-day fiance. Tony B here telling Lady T-Bug, we need you to leave. We want the tea tonight. Y'all, please give your unsolicited advice to this young man. We all agree he should not be marrying her. Not right now. Go and see an immigration attorney so you can see all the steps you have to go through with this lady if you decide to marry her. It's not just marrying her. It's going through a years-long process. It could take even 2 to 5 years for her to gain proper status in order for her to stay here. And that can grain on a marriage. And if you're not sure, don't do it. Make sure the best of your ability that everything is being done for the right reasons, that the person is not using you simply to get in the country. Thank you, Moondust Angel. That is correct. You don't know if she's using you just to be here. And considering where she's from, you also have to consider what is the relationship that the U.S. has with her country as well. That would also be a determining factor, because what you don't want to do is end up married to someone and then all of a sudden your government says denied, and now you're separated from your spouse permanently. That's what you don't want to have happen. So definitely go see that immigration attorney. Start right there. So y'all, please put your unsolicited advice after you have hit that like and subscribe button. She from China. Yep, Ari, she definitely is. And this is the final one tonight, y'all, or this evening. My boyfriend, 34-year-old male, kissed someone while drunk on vacation. And I, a 31-year-old female, I'm not sure what to do. Now, I'm not one to post on here, and I know everyone will say, dump him. But I really need people to be gentle with me because I don't know how to approach this. Y'all, it's a lucky thing she wrote that. It's a lucky thing she wrote that, because I wasn't going to be gentle, okay? My boyfriend, 34, went on vacation with some old friends of his, a mix of girls and guys, to the Dominican Republic. One of the nights he went drinking with a female friend of a friend who was also on the trip, and they made out. He says he barely remembers anything, and also, got up and left in the middle of it, leaving the friend there. He was talking me through it, saying how he got blackout drunk and lost all his stuff, but didn't mention that he also made out with this acquaintance until now, because I kept having a weird, intuitive dreams about him cheating and confronting him about it. He feels very remorseful and said he wanted to discuss it in person, so he was waiting. Because I'm also going on vacation, so he wanted to wait until I was back before he came clean. He also said that 2 girls who were working there gave him their numbers, and he's been talking to them in a friendly manner to learn Spanish. He felt really bad and told me everything and how remorseful he was, but I'm unsure what to do. He assures me that the friend isn't even his type, and he's not into her at all, but it just felt nice to kiss someone when intoxicated. As for the numbers, He suspects that those girls may have been looking for a green card, but it bothers me that he didn't think to say no. See how weird it is? Frankly, I'm pissed because he has always been a very reckless and somewhat selfish person. He kept saying that I should break up with him and he wouldn't blame me, even though he wants to be with me, but says it would be selfish of him to say that after what he's done. I'm conflicted because he's my best friend and we have both been with each other through a lot of things. We have helped each other through mental health struggles, and his drinking problem. We've both helped turn each other's life around. Please advise me, be kind with it without just saying dump him. For context, we've been together for 3 years. Things were finally getting better between us, and now this. I do feel he has issues and he self sabotages, but I'm not a therapist, but I want to work with him through this. Not gentle is for the babies. Gentle is for the babies. Using drunk is an excuse. Why are we kissing anyone who isn't our partner? That's disrespectful. Even if it wasn't intentional, we need to stop using alcohol and being drunk as an excuse. If he's getting so drunk that he can barely remember making out with someone, he needs to stop drinking. Leave. Well, she did say, not don't use just leave him. You just use one word. I understand you, Tanya B. So he was learning French with the friend while he was making out. Yes, Kimmy, who the French kissing will help him with the oui oui, the merci beaucoup. He wants her to break up. He wants to break up with her, so she's the bad guy. That way he won't have to do it because he does want to end things. Roundabout way, Ari, yes, he want her to break up so he could play the victim. If he can't behave, you shouldn't be drinking, full stop. He clearly has no boundaries at all. This is exceptionally reckless, and I couldn't be with someone this careless. What a pain in the bum. Dump him. Nola Darling said gentle is for kids. You said leave him. I ain't saying leave him. I'm saying dump him. You can attempt to work with him, but you're doing so at your own mental health risk. He could remember not to tell her, though. I love how you think, Nola Darling. Okay? She needs to break up with him. Girl, I heard so many reasons to leave. The kiss was the last straw. No, sis, the reckless behavior, the excessive drinking, the selfishness, all of this trumps that kiss. Thank you, Rosho. You fitting right in around here. Love it. We say all those things. I wanted to know. I thought somebody like photographed it or sent her a video, but her intuition is on high, even if she ain't using it. The intuition is telling you restless, you can't relax. It's telling you something is there. It's telling you run, sis, run. But you decide, no, I want to stay. I want to help him because he's helped me. Sometimes you got to be selfish. And it sounded like you are a crutch for each other. He helped you, you help him. He helped you. When are you going to stop feeling like you owe him your time? When are you going to stop feeling like you owe him your presence? Because it sounded like I can't leave him because he's helped me through tough times and I'm there to help him. Because you also have a savior complex because you want to be the one to save him. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not saving him. Save yourself, okay? And maybe let him go find the avenues to save himself. Because you are not Captain Save a Whatnot, okay? You are not Captain Save a Whatnot for him. People also tend to think that kissing isn't cheating. What it is, because you're not sleeping with someone doesn't mean you're not cheating. Hey, it's a swapping of bodily fluids. To me, it's cheating. Codependency, like junkies, it isn't healthy. I agree with you, Nola, darling. If your level is so on the floor, the two accept this kind of nonsense, you deserve it. Sorry, but you do. She needs to get up and go. You need to get up and go. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. What? Yes. That song is actually called Role Models with a Z. When I went to go look for it, that's when I realized, daggone it, is role models with a Z. So yeah, and then he wants to assure you that the friend is not his type. Yeah, I was, measuring her tonsils with my tongue, but she ain't my type. Really? Really, dude? Really? You trying to tell me that? Or is it that, when people drink excessively, when some gentlemen drink excessively, that means their little helper can't function. So I'm wondering if that's not the reason why you stopped measuring her tonsils with your tongue, is because you knew you couldn't perform because you were a little too intoxicated. I don't think it was because you remembered you had a girlfriend. Because if you were on this woman and y'all were making out, come on now. Come on now. I think, in my opinion, that your, little pitter patter couldn't rise to the occasion and handle business. So you had to, cut short any activity with this lady. That's why you stopped. And then he had the nerve to tell you that the friend ain't his type, but that it felt nice. It felt nice? Lady, if that wasn't you felt nice? And you have the nerve to tell me to my face that you kissing that woman while drunk felt nice? I'll be gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It felt nice. It felt nice. You won't tell me that. And then you came all the way back with the numbers of two of the women working at the place in the Dominican Republic. And you've been talking to them. So your Spanish you can learn Spanish and get better. Really? Really? Of all the foolishness to tell somebody, of all the foolishness, really? Right, Nola, darling. That's why I kept pushing it. I kept pushing it. I lobbed it and you got it, girl. I thought he couldn't remember anything. I thought he got blackout drunk and he couldn't remember anything. Huh. But he could remember why he got the numbers, that he got the numbers, that it felt nice. That much he remembers, huh? He remembers that night. Okay? Boy, take your drink. On. Lexi, I'm not gonna say it the way it's spelled because I don't want y'all's people playing the song. Lexi, play Spicy Margarita. He didn't need 5 margaritas. He didn't need to get the 5 margaritas. It don't sound like that, but yes. Yes. He's always been very reckless and somewhat selfish person. Then why are you with him, ma'am? Why are you with him? Now I gotta turn on you. Why are you with him? He's always been very reckless and selfish. Now, I know why you didn't go on the trip, okay? You didn't go on the trip because you had your own trip planned. But he let you go. Here's the diabolicalness of this man. I'm sorry. I'm going to get on my soapbox. The diabolicalness of this man is he was hoping you were reckless on your trip too. He withheld that so that when you went on your trip with your friends and you came back and you wanted to confess anything, then he could feel fine confessing because you know what, baby, players fall, trip up from time to time. So you have made a mistake. I have also made a mistake. Let's forgive each other. He was hoping you came back with a story asking for forgiveness, but your intuition kept you pressing him for an answer. I'm glad you didn't go through his phone, or maybe you did. That's how you knew the girls' numbers were in there. I don't know. You didn't say it, but it sounds suspicious. Suspicious. I need to get that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Gifts, donations. I need to get his voiceover for "Isn't it suspicious?" What happened to her that she chose to stay? Why is her self-worth in the gutter? Leave his arms. It ain't just her self-worth. She wants to save him, Moondust Angel. I don't think he thought that far ahead. His first thought was just to lie. Nola Darling said, please don't give this drunkard any intelligence. He ain't that smart. He ain't that smart. He ain't that smart. His first thought was just to lie, Deny. Do we believe he didn't go any further? I don't think she knows he got further. We're just presented with the information we have. He may have gotten further. And maybe that's why he wants her to break up with him, Nola Darling. You're bringing up a good point. Maybe that's why she wants, or he wants her to break up with him. so that she doesn't find out how far he went. That he may have slapped skins, got to the promised land, had the big O with all three of them ladies, the two that work at the resort and the friend of a friend. Maybe that's why he wants them to break up, because he don't want her to know the whole truth. It's like, yeah, we just made out. Yeah, I'm just trying to learn Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe he went all the way there with all of them and don't want her finding out. But if you break up with me, I can say, it didn't work out. She felt I was wild on the trip. He could give anybody a sob story if she's the one to break up with him. She's out here trying to wear a cape, trying to save everybody. Focus on yourself. You can't save everybody. You can't. Remind me of the song when you posted your comment. Question is, how deep is his French now? Well, he was learning Spanish, but he may have caught on to some French. Okay. C'est la vie. He may have caught on to some French, even though he's trying to learn Spanish from the ladies in the Dominican Republic. But yes, Nola, darling, you are so right. He ain't thinking that far ahead. He just wanted to lie. He wanted to lie for her to just, you thought it was just kissing? Okay. Shh. Whoo, good. Let me just get her to break up with me so she don't find out everything we did. Yes, the American way of spelling we. That's a French way. He got it. We. That ain't how you spell it in the French way, sir. That ain't how you say it like that, but that ain't how you spell we in French. And that's probably what got him caught, Lady T-Bug, because he's spelling the French words and the Spanish words the wrong way. Y'all, please give your unsolicited advice to this lady. I know she said be gentle. I think we were gentle. I think, the crowd today, y'all were very gentle with her. Y'all did not say just leave him. Y'all said, y'all didn't say leave or him together. Y'all say just go. Okay. I think we were very, very nice and polite. Even though Lady T-Bug told us it's for children, we were very nice to her. What's the point in telling her anything anyway, unless you want her to leave you? Is that his way of trying to get her to leave him? Yeah, I think it was, but she kept pressing him. I think she found out because she told us about the context of he's in WhatsApp communicating with the ladies from Dominican Republic. How did she know? She had to have gone through his phone and gone through WhatsApp to see what's there. And that's why she kept pressing him. That's just my thought. Okay, that's just my thought about it. Okay. Or someone said gentle is for the babies. Yes, Lady T-Bug said gentle is for the babies. Let me give her the Aries version then. Tanya be here. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. The Aries version would be like Moonstruck, the movie with Cher and Nicolas Cage, where she gave him a big old smack across the cheek. Snap out of it. That would be my Aries version if she's my friend. If she's my friend, I give you that snap out of it. And if I look both ways and you ain't snapped out of it and you want to still be with him, it's like, okay, girl, I got to leave you behind. You wish to stay with this very reckless, very cheating. If you ain't around, he's still going to do what he want to do. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave you suffering. I'm going to have to leave you for your suffer and your ring, because I ain't with it. Rip the Band-Aid off and say goodbye. Right? What does the song say? Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Dun, 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 dun. Aries version would be blunt. It's all heck. Yes, it would be. Some French is what he learned. Yes, poussoir. He learned some French poussoir. That's exactly what he learned. Right? But he in Dominican Republic, he's supposed to be learning Spanish. Okay? He's supposed to be learning Spanish. But he came back learning French. Testing tonsils with his tongue. Okay? Testing tonsils with his tongue. That's how he was learning French. And I'm sorry, young lady, I believe he could possibly have been with all three of them women, if not more. Congratulations, you've got yourself community peen. I'm sorry. See, Tanya B here, you pulled out that Aries card and you have activated me. You have community peen, lady. Congratulations. And you decided to keep up your membership for the next few months. Riley, Asia playing. Yes, we are playing. Definitely. We Aries don't play. You got the Spanish exchange program, except he wasn't exchanging anything Spanish. Maybe a little Spanglish, okay? Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little Spanish. He was getting just a little Spanish version in there, okay? He was, kind of like, yes, Tanya B here. I am very much an Aries. I am an April Aries. And I'm a all the way April fool of an Aries. So you know my birthday if I'm a fool of an Aries. If I'm a complete fool and an April Aries, you know what my birth date is. That's why y'all see me out here in YouTube in the bushes in these comments acting wild and reckless. That's when my, the little ram horns start curling and I start feeling it, okay? I start feeling it. Tanya C says she's a Sagittarius. Woo, child. Sagittarius. That's my youngest son. You talk about blunt too. Talk about blunt and don't care about your feelings. That's my Sagittarius son. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. We're also blunt, menacing words. Don't I know it? Yeah, but my Sagittarius son, sometimes he puts me to shame. I have to say, son, come on. But then he's got he's got his, autistic ways too. It's very dry, but his Sagittarius fire is fully functioning and working. Okay. The ram horns are only there to keep the halo straight. Thank you, Moondust Angel. It's there to keep the halo straight. I love that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. The ram horns are to keep my halo straight. Blunt or honest. I'm blunt and honest. I think I'm honest a lot of times, and the bluntness just comes through. I thought I smelled. You thought you smelled an Aries? Yes, yes. A fool of an Aries. An absolute fool of an Aries. Sometimes, and the thing is, I have grown to a particular age that sometimes, I need to bestow upon you the blessings of my advice as an Aries. If you're my friend, I'll give you my advice, and whether you take it or not, okay, I'm done. You may not be done, but I'm done. But when I'm really done, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. Yep, it's sometimes mistaken for being mean. It could be. I try to back on the blunt, dial the blunt back. Which kind of blunt? The bluntness or a real blunt back? What are we talking about? Sometimes, but it's in me. I know what you're saying, Nola, darling. I just had to tweak that just a little bit, just because you said it that way. But yes, I am quite blunt and suggestive in my language. In Member Live, I am a little scandalous. We're gonna have a whole bunch of scandal next Member Live. I know it's only Tuesday and the next Member Live is Monday, but I already pulled some stuff. Okay, we're gonna have a new segment called "The People of Walmart." Okay. And I have found, only because last time what I found at my Walmart in the parking lot, the photo I posted for y'all in members in the Member Live, there's some other stuff in Walmart. Some other people have seen some wild stuff. Okay. Okay. Well, Aries people can be mean as anything, but it's entertaining to watch, especially when it's not aimed at you. Oh, that's a little biting, Moondust Angel. That's a little biting. We don't aim at anybody. We just, put it out into the air, in the atmosphere. And if it happens to, rain on you, it's because it's meant for you. If not, open an umbrella. How about that? We are overall very sweet people. Just don't try us. Right. Don't play us for fool. As Nola Darling said before, don't say the guy's trying to play us for a fool. He just lied. He just lied. He just lied. Okay? I definitely aim. Right. You aim. No, I love my fellow fire signs. Hey, fire, fire, fire. If you've been around me and you've been around and, I can singe a few people, but my friends say I'm still nice and polite here. Okay, my friends in real life, they say I'm very nice and polite here. I've gone off on a few people on my lives or on my, recaps, just a few. but not during unsolicited advice unless it's really, 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 really a lot. You can't say I was blackout drunk, but remember everything. Nola, darling, that's the other thing. You can't lie to us ladies like that. All of a sudden, everything is total recall. Everything all of a sudden you Arnold Schwarzenegger and you got total recall. Everything just started to download. You remembered, oh, she ain't really your type, and da 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 da, and oh, you trying to learn Spanish from the young ladies. All of a sudden you remember you didn't go all the way. Because when you kind of blackout drunk, you kind of usually insinuate that you are waking up somewhere you weren't supposed to be. Usually, not all the time, usually. Hey, Delphine Azul, glad to see you. You're listening on the ride home. Have a safe ride home, okay? It's hard to lie to us. We analyze everything. Yes, sometimes we overanalyze. I have found myself overanalyzing a lot. I do find that about myself, and I have to pull it back and protect my energy, because sometimes I don't need to overanalyze. Because sometimes in pulling these stories for you guys, I overanalyze. I'm like, is there a correlation? Is there a connection? Is there? And sometimes I just decide, you know what, let me just pull who's the next. I have hundreds of these in storage. And I just say, you know, let's just pull the next 4. And then while we're live here, I see what the connection is. Maybe I got the intuition like that lady here. But ma'am, let's get back to her. He is admittedly very reckless and somewhat selfish, but you ain't pissed enough. You said you're pissed because he's reckless and selfish, but you ain't pissed enough. But he's saying that you should break up with him because he's looking for an out, and he wants to be with one of them other ladies. He wants to cheat in peace, and he wants to not cheat. So if you go away, then he can be as wild and reckless and then not consider cheating. Some of us cancers overanalyze as well and work. Yeah, Sam, that's different. Sam, y'all cancer analyzing is to analyze emotions. And y'all are analyzing, you know, how things affect other people. Not their motives necessarily, but how does it affect them, you know, emotionally. And I don't, that ain't my overanalyzing. Yeah, because y'all want to feel, y'all want to connect. I don't need to connect. I'm sorry. See, the horns and the halo are getting wrapped up. He needs a sponsor, not a girlfriend. Thank you, Kimmy Who. This man needs a sponsor, hopefully who speaks Spanish or French, so he could get dual. He can get the lingo, and he could get, you know, dried out. Sam, I told you I'm married to this is my second cancer husband. I know. But when y'all make an assessment, Sam, y'all swear it's true, and y'all gnaw on that bone until you are proven otherwise, and it's got to be solid proof. And it's like, okay, but it's got to be solid emotional proof, not solid factual proof. I'm just saying. Nola Darling says he needs a new liver. Okay, he needs a new liver. The man, as part of this, need a new liver. Y'all water signs got to feel everything. It makes my buttocks itch too much when emotions are involved. See, but you're an air sign, Ari. Why are you calling me out like that? Cancers are emotional roller coasters. Yes, they are. They do feel. And here's my one tip. And y'all, we getting down into the, you know, I'm not a whole zodiac girly. I don't know everything. I know surface level. You know, I'm real bad too. If you want to know bad, you know, that whole rising moon and sun and all that stuff, I'm bad because I have another fire sign behind that. Okay. If you okay, to understand the cancers, you have to fall into the emotions fully. Okay. Fall into the emotions fully. How is this feeling? How are you getting swept up in emotions by this? How are you feeling? And what trips me out, Sam, as a cancer, and y'all don't tell Mr. Elcid, okay? What trips me up, he needs to get drinking under control. Yeah. What trips me up with a cancer, okay? Yes, being emotional. Y'all do exhaust yourselves out, Sam. Y'all can totally self-soothe. What trips me out with a cancer is when talking to a Cancer about something, and as an Aries, I'm very clinical and analyzing, and I talk to them about something, and I'm emotioning in it, yet they're emotional. And they're like, I can feel your emotion. I'm like, I don't have any emotions in it. No, 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 you're feeling your emotions because based on what I have said, it has jarred your emotions. That's where I get tripped out with a Cancer. I have some Cancer friends. And I'm like, no, sweetie, I'm not emotional. I'm fine. You're emotional. So, um, Tanya B here is agreeing with Kimmy Who on her previous assessment. Yo, we are all over with the dude and our zodiac signs. This is fun. This is fun. If y'all want to bring up zodiac signs again on Elcid Unscripted on Fridays, I am unscripted at 5 o'clock. That's where we talk about anything. We talk about anything. Okay? Anything at all that y'all want to talk about. And if you see a post, there's a post for the upcoming Unscripted where we're going to talk about levels of beauty. And I want y'all to post, handsome men of each age group, of the seniors, of mid, probably, like 30s or so forth, and young, up and coming, of course, over 18 men and women. So we're going to look at beauty and good looking folk. Okay. We're going to look at good looking folk. That's what y'all said last time. Okay. Last time, Delphine, my grandmother is a Capricorn. My husband is a Cancer. My Capricorn grandmother got my Cancer husband wrapped around her finger. I will say that. Okay. I will say that. Even in our live chats, it's important for me to ensure no one feels like I don't see their POV. Yes, Sam, I see that. I see that. I don't care. I don't care. Put it in a post, Motown Investor. Glad to see you here. Glad to have you. Put it in a post. I want one for like a Sean Connery age group. I want one from like, middle of the road. And I want one that's a young person, up and coming actor, actress, singer, songwriter. I'm going to try and put them all in a collage and see what people are saying. Okay. I don't no longer have Project Runway. And thank you all for who have watched Project Runway with me. Love it. My dad, older brother, younger brother, all sisters are all Capricorns. So many earth signs in my immediate family. And with you being an air sign, Ari, I know that's challenging. But y'all think this is so much awesomeness for unsolicited advice today. Our last story, we don't know if we forgive him. I think she should just leave. I know we were very nice to her. Y'all were so nice that y'all moved over into talking about zodiac signs. Y'all were so nice to her. Y'all moved over to talking zodiac signs. Y'all were wanting to protect her. Y'all all became Cancers in this chat. Y'all were protective of her feelings. Me, not so much. Lady, you have just listed out exactly why you don't need to be with this man. He is reckless. He is selfish. He is out there, tonguing down other women on vacation. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't tonguing down one of the neighbors. That's how close it could be. I'm sorry. You need to pick up and leave. You don't want to leave him. But that's what's already in your mind. Leave him. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to see it, but you're willing to write it because you know that's exactly what you need to do. Leave him. When exactly is enough is what you need to ask yourself. Are you going to wait till you walk in and hear the sounds of the bed springs going before you decide that it's time to leave him, that he's finally too reckless, doing too much? Is that when it's going to be enough time? When exactly is enough? For me, enough is right now. He is doing international carryings on. And who's to tell? That friend of a friend could really be texting him already, and you just don't know. But for me, it's enough. It's enough that he lied in the first place. Like Nola Darling said, his first instinct was to lie. He was blackout drunk, but all of a sudden he recollects everything. That in itself should tell you, bye. So don't leave him. Run from him. So that is all I have for unsolicited advice. I thank y'all so much. Y'all know I like to keep these down to an hour. I thank y'all so much. Y'all could bring back up the zodiac signs. We could talk about it. We could talk about families and friends and stuff like that on Friday. But y'all, later on today, I may be late on the porch today, Lady T-Bug. If you open up the porch, I have some business to handle, which I hope I can bring on another interview. But if I do get that interview, I'm hoping I'm going to release the information to members first, because this will be massive for the channel. Okay, we keep on growing. Please make sure you like and you subscribe. We are growing. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers in these YouTube streets. Okay, and I'll see you all Friday. If not, I will see you in the post. And I'm posting shorts about Married at First Sight UK. So my US audiences, please pay attention to my shorts so you can see the clips of the mess, the drama, and everything in between. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next one.